Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Hippie Pastor with show 185, okay? Yours truly. The title of this show is my confession that I am not anti-Semite, but I am anti-Christian. You heard correctly, the Hippie Pastor who speaketh with you is not an anti-Semite. I am an anti-Christian. Which is a lot safer if you really think about it, because there's no laws against being an anti-Christian, but there's laws against being an anti-Semite. Okay, so who was responsible for Israel to be considered worldwide from history immemorial, throughout entire history, that Israel was the people, the chosen ones of God, the special people of God? Who was responsible for spreading that message throughout the entire planet? You got it. It was the Christian religion. They were the little errand boys for the Jewish people, for the Israel, because they were missionary oriented, and they took the Bible, which the Holy Bible that the Christians, carry, is half of it is a Jewish Bible. So is the history of Israel, the Old Testament. So the Jews are so smart. They are a very intelligent and endowed race of people, very smart, and they let the Christians carry their Bible around the planet. Confirming that the Jewish people in Israel were God's special, chosen people, and everybody else was a damn heathen, worthy of death. So the Christians followed the same situation, going around the planet, killing people that didn't believe in Christianity, making slaves of them, the Crusades and the conquest of Africa, and the conquest of Australia, the conquest of America, because the Latins come from Europe, but America and the natives, the Redskins. So they went around the planet enslaving and killing and massacring people who did not accept their God, and they carried with them half of their Bible is the Jewish Bible, so much so that it's ingrained in human beings, in the educational system, in our brains, that the Jews are God's special chosen people, starting with Adam and Eve. This is all an untrue, complete untrue, but very wise. You have to applaud them. Let's give a little bit of applause for the Jewish people. Bravo. Bravo for your magnificent, highly, intelligence and vision, and just a tiny country, their history becomes the history of the entire planet, because they are God's religiously so, spiritually so, and so Christians go around kissing their ass, if I may say so. That's why I'm anti-Christian. Now, something very important here to emphasize: I am not anti-Christ. I love Jesus. Jesus saved my soul. Jesus gave me a life. When I was 21, I was on the verge of suicide. I was a drug addict, okay, and a robber, and a gangster, and on the verge of suicide when I was 21 years old. All right, 50 years later, I'm still alive, and God allowed me to have a wife. We're separated now, but we had 3 children, and we have 4 grandchildren, 1 coming on the way, so there'll be 5 grandchildren. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So God gave me a life when I was on the verge of suicide. God and Jesus. I didn't believe in religion, and I did not like Christianity. I always felt there was something wrong with Christianity, because the evangelical Christians worship the Apostle Paul. And the Apostle Paul was a Pharisee, and he created Christianity, turned Christianity into a religion of condemnation, of fear, etc. The opposite from Jesus. Jesus was a long-haired hippie wearing sandals, and he preached love. And the thing that got the Pharisees and the Jewish leaders, the religious leaders, I'm not talking about regular Jewish people, I'm talking about religious Jewish people of the day, they got so angry because Jesus was offering and bringing in the religious freedom, even for the Samaritans. He even said that to the Jews, he told them that the kingdom of God shall be taken away from you and given to a nation which is no nation. Okay? So he opened it up, just like King Solomon. King Solomon was the only one that I can remember from the Old Testament that also believed in religious freedom and was criticized and condemned as they said that at the end, although he was the wisest man that ever lived, that at the end he went with the devil because he allowed his wives to worship other gods. Oh, how terrible, King Solomon. Shame on you. You allowed for religious freedom in a situation where they claimed to have the only true religion, that was Israel. And then the Christians copied because they're just an offspring. Like Israel is the tree and Christianity is just a branch of the Jewish religion. You know what I'm saying? I kind of, I respect the Catholics a lot more because they seem to talk more about the words of Jesus, which is about mercy and understanding and tolerance. And, you can go outside, you go to Catholic church, you go outside, you can smoke a cigarette. In the Catholic barbecues, you can have a beer. But try doing that in an evangelical reunion. You'll get kicked out. They'll kick you in the butt. Go away from us, they'll say. But these hypocrites go around doing these things in the closet, yet openly they don't want to admit that they're sinners, just like all of us. So that's the thing about Christianity. So since there's no law about being anti-Christian, the Hippie Pastor right now, on the day of June 28, the year 2024, known to man, declares himself to be anti-Christian, but not anti-Christ. I love Jesus, and Jesus was not a Christian. They invented that, the Christian religion, when he passed away. When he left the scene, they invented the Christian religion, which was just commercial and political, and just like the Jewish religion was a religion of war. Religion in general is my, I see that the religion in general was created to divide mankind and for war. If you get the drift of what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, just look at history. But God is love. God is love, man. And that's what Jesus came to show us. It's all about love. Love is the only religion of God. That God has one religion in His love. And it's all inclusive to anybody, to the Buddhists, to the Taoists, to the... I don't care what religion or cult or belief or non-belief that you have. If you have love in your heart, you have the true religion. You don't need to belong to any religion. You don't need to perform any ceremonies or traditions. The only tradition you need to perform is make love, not war, is love. Love is a true religion and the only religion of God. And all the others, if you feel comfortable being, you're Hindu or you're this or that, or Buddhist, or even you're a Christian, okay, all right, and you're Jewish, I don't care, fine. But that's not going to get you into heaven. The only religion that's going to get you into heaven is the religion of love. That you have love in your heart. Even when you get ready to leave this planet, be sure to forgive your enemies. Be sure to get rid of your hate. Be sure to have a clean heart and go with love. And the doors of heaven will open for you. Okay? Completely. All right? Completely. I love you with the love that characterizes myself. And may you be blessed. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening.